What's up, y'all? And yes, this is it. We're getting ready to do our first vlog. You guys been calling for it, emailing, texting, calling, just saying, "Oh, when are you guys gonna start the vlog? When are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that?" Well, here it is. All right. So, welcome to our first episode of our vlog series, which is titled
Love Lessons in Luggage.
"See the love in the back." Yeah, right. It's backwards, but it's there. All right. So, I'll start off. You guys may know who I am, you may not know who I am. So my name is Daniel, Danny J, DJ, many incarnations, but at the end of it all, Daniel. Originally from Brooklyn, New York. Growing up in a West Indian household, specifically Trinidad and Tobago, Grenadian household, curry chicken, curry goat, roti, Polari, all that good stuff. I'll get into it more as the vlog goes and grows. But yeah, that's enough about me for right now, and I'll kick it off to...
My name is Afia. Daniel and I are married, obviously. I'm from a small town in Long Island called Roosevelt, New York. Daniel and I are both special educators. We are also block enthusiasts. People have been asking us about our experience, about the schools that we're in, the different countries we've been to, all of our recent travels. So we decided to put everything together and kind of chronicle our time abroad. So the first question everyone's been asking is, why? Why did you choose to leave Brownstone in Brooklyn to come halfway around the world where no one knows our name? That's a difficult question for me to answer, but the first thing that comes to mind is I've always loved to travel. Before I became a teacher, my friends and I would always travel during the summers or during breaks, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy interacting with different cultures. I enjoy meeting different people. I enjoy just learning new things. So I combine my love of special education or teaching with traveling, and we became international teachers. I met someone while in Ghana, Africa, and she went on about how great it is to be an international teacher. And at the time, I was a New York City public school teacher, very stressed by just everything that you have to do as a teacher nowadays, all of the high stakes standardized testing, all the pressures that are put upon you. And I decided that I kind of want more for myself. I was not meant to just be a teacher here in New York. I think I have more to offer the world. So we packed up our things, put most of it in storage, got 2 plane tickets, and the rest is history.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I just need the money, yo. I was like, yo, they said that, as an international teacher, your salary kind of increases. And the cost of living outside of the US, especially New York, is a lot cheaper. So you'll be able to save a little bit more money and experience it a lot more. I didn't travel as much while living in New York, so it became a great opportunity for me to kind of like see what the rest of the world may look like. Teaching in the public school system, I've lost motivation, passion. It was becoming more and more of a thankless job where I wake up and not want to go to work.
True.
And it was either do I do a 9th year in the same position, same feelings, misery, or go out and try something new. And I'm glad that I tried something new. And, it's been a great experience so far, living outside of the country and teaching. And little by little, my passion has come back for teaching, and it's been a little bit more fun, and my creativity hasn't been strangled as much as it was back home. But it's not all to say that everything has been great. We have some experiences that hasn't been positive, but for the most part, it's been dope, yo.
Well, for me, honestly, I feel like this is something that was orchestrated by God. I also thought about the opportunity that my friend had offered me. I always heard her voice in my head saying, leave the US, get out. And that's exactly what we did. And honestly, I haven't looked back since.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out.
So currently, we're both special educators at an international school in Ethiopia, which is beyond our wildest dreams.
No, mostly for you too. That was one of the dreams that you always had.
Definitely.
To live and work in Africa. So two birds with one stone, right? What else do we have here? So, what are some important life lessons that you learned so far from living abroad? A few actually. I would say how to budget better. Kind of like you kind of see what you need versus what you want. Because when you move internationally, you can't take everything with you. So you learn to take or learn to appreciate what's like things that you actually do need to take with you. So you just don't have a lot of stuff. Because eventually your contracts do run out and you don't want it to be where you're stuck with like a million things that you can't get rid of, one, or things that you don't want to take back with you on the plane. Because guess what? Airlines be losing your bags, yo. And I know that from experience.
That's true. I would say one of the big things that I've learned is just to be flexible. When you live internationally, you aren't always going to be able to have all the luxuries that you once had when you were in your home country. I learned how to make a lot of products on my own because I couldn't find them. I've just learned to pack less. Most times you're never wearing all those clothes, ladies. You don't wear all those clothes. Because when your contract is up and you need to leave the country, you have to sell it or throw it out. And I'm not wasting any money. So we end up having to try and sell things, and you're going to get a lot less for it than you paid. Obviously because it's used, but most people aren't going to want to pay for the things that you may have sent over or purchased at a higher rate because you wanted it. So I would say just learn to be flexible. You don't need all of those things. Learn to live simply. Live with less. It goes a lot further in the long run.
I think another thing too, I mean, it's funny because living in New York, you're exposed to different cultures, but it's like at a rapid movement, you don't really get to sit in one and learn much about it. So I've realized that living abroad, you kind of assimilate into the culture that's within the country, and you try to immerse in it as much as you can. And you try the foods, you try to go out. You don't really dress as the people here. You can. And they appreciate it too when you do respect their culture. And I've learned as a New Yorker to have more patience.
You got patience?
Trying to be abroad, See,
you want that bacon and cheese, you can't get it here.
I'm trying to be more patient. Because you don't get things right away. Like, there's, for example, there's no Amazon. So, growing up and being around that 24/7. Like, oh yeah, I need this. Let me just order it on Amazon real quick. You don't have that luxury anymore. Or going to the corner store. Ain't no corner stores here.
Ain't no bodegas, ain't no delis, ain't no none of that.
The stores, the restaurants, they close early. So if I wake up and I want like a quick snack, you better have something in your fridge or in your cupboard, because guess what?
Or learn to eat the local food.
Everything is closed. So it's not the same as back home, especially, and it's hard for New Yorkers too, because like we're used to a certain lifestyle.
24/7, everything is open. It's not like that around the world.
So it's much different. It's way different. And I think too, like one thing it does prepare you for is to go with the flow and to learn different things that are going to help you out eventually in life. Because when we first moved here, we moved into a house and we had to pay electricity, we had to pay for water. So eventually when we do buy a house, guess what? That's things that we already know that's going to come with it because we experienced it.
We had them bills in Brooklyn too.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same capacity with living in the house.
It was a different environment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't have a generator. We had to buy fuel for that back home, things like that. So it's a little different, but you learn to live. You learn to live wherever you are. You learn to adapt, and I think like adaptation becomes different and faster when you live abroad. So.
True.
I think we have one last question. All right, so do you think that you're gonna ever return back home?
That's a good question. Some days I say let's go back next year, and some days I'm like, nah. Trump is in office. They got the guy 45 in office.
47 now.
Whatever it is. How did I stop counting? They got him in office now. I don't know. I don't know what our life will be like going back there. We would have to relearn a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I'm ready to go back just yet.
I think eventually, yeah. But right now,
I'm enjoying Ethiopia.
I'm enjoying not just Ethiopia, but I'm just enjoying being around like countries where it'll take 15 hours to get to from New York. No, I'm saying if we were in New York now, to get to the country we visited, it would have been taking like 20-hour flights and things
It's
like
true.
that, like long layovers. So the fact that we're around places that people want to visit, like it's only 2 hours away, 3 hours away. It's like
I'm still
cheaper.
loving, enjoying, exploring all of Africa. So maybe after that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's some things I do miss. I miss driving.
I miss Amazon.
Yeah, but eventually in the summertime we can always go back and experience that. So it's not a big loss, but eventually I think we'll come back home. All right, guys. So that's been our first episode. So we plan to end each episode with a lesson and some footage of us traveling to our previous places, as well as our vacations and times we've been away. So our first lesson is coming up, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Take notes, and we'll see you next time. What's up again, everyone? Our first lesson is to always put some time away from one another. This time around, we were able to go to Kariftu Resort and Spa, located right here in the heart of Addis Ababa. We were not only able to enjoy the beautiful sound of rain that hit our windows, but we were able to lock in with nature. Because of the inclement weather, we were stuck in a room which was very fun, and no hesitation at all came over us to enjoy our time there. We were able to order room service, which included traditional food as well as some Western food. We dined, we drank some wine, and of course, we had to get a massage. So, whatever it is that you like to do together, make sure that you put some time away in a jar that you can always take out, uncork, and let it out. Please enjoy the rest of our video. There's some sights that were very beautiful, and again, due to inclement weather, we were very limited, but enjoyed nonetheless. Until next time, peace.